setting the mood. I'm just setting the mood. Chillax, fam. So we got a lot to cover tonight. It is 1:21 in the morning. I have a dentist appointment at 11. I'm freaking zooted off. Zooted? I don't know what zooted means. Zooted off my goblet iced coffee. The new addition to the podcast. Welcome. I need to start wearing a robe. Actually, no. I need to start wearing a cape and a crown made out of real gold and real... What are they made out of? Fur. Anyone out there with connections to bear fur, let me know, because I will get it. Also, I want to perform something for you guys here today. This is going to be my interpretation of Aegon Targaryen from House of the Dragon. I don't know what episode, but this is when his son got killed, and then he was like bitching about it. Okay, I need to go again. Imagine I throw something.
My son is my legacy! My son is heir to the Iron Throne! And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the night's watch.
Abed. Abed! Of Dragonstone! There she sits across the bay, on her rock, laughing at me. She's fucking laughing at me!
That is literally what Aegon Targaryen did in that scene. I could you not. That's literally what he did. That's literally what he did. Besides that, don't mind me fucking up the lyrics, okay? Lyrics, the monologue. That was just me, practicing for the real thing. If you see through my glasses a reflection of Trixie Mattel and Brittany Broski doing JoJo Siwa makeup, don't mind it at all. It's none of your business. So, you might notice a couple new additions to the podcast set, aka my bedroom's desk corner. Astrid's Planter Corner. I'm going to have a big sign on here that says Astrid's Planter Corner. You might notice this very handsome gentleman right here. He's my second baby daddy next to my first. He and I had Podrick Payne. He and I had my marvelous Monstera plant. Yes, he does pay child support. Also, he is giving me $100,000 a month. He's giving me $1 million just because he's a bigger actor than... Oh, I don't want to compare baby daddies, but he is a little bit more famous. I mean, he is in Marvel. He is in The Amazing Spider-Man. Not The Amazing Spider-Man. The Spider-Man with Tom Holland. I don't know which one that one is, but I know he's in it, I think. And he was in Donnie Darko, one of my favorite movies, and Jarhead, and oh my god, I'm not a good baby mama. I don't remember my baby daddy's movies that he's in. But yeah, this will eventually, if you see this little table right here, it's a little square plant stand. Well, it's going to be turned into a shrine. So there's going to be candles, incense. There's going to be little dolls that we're going to stick pins in so we can basically control and manifest our very real connection with ONT and Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, if you didn't know, this is Jake Gyllenhaal. very famous actor. This is Owen Teague. He starred in the Planet of the Apes movie, the most recent one. And they are both, and they are both very handsome men, and I love them. And I will never, ever, ever get over how Gorgina George they are. Let's get into some housekeeping real quick. We have Salem update. Her little boobage area that had been swollen up for a couple weeks, has gone down drastically. Not even from, like, her going to the vet or anything. I never made an appointment because my mom said, hey, why don't we wait it out before you spend $500 on this thing that might just go away on its own. Like, if she was out in the wild, she would not have a vet. She would not have a veterinarian. No one would be paying for her, so she would literally just die. So why don't we just kind of let her do her thing for now? If it gets bad and she starts to be ill and sickly, then we'll take her in. I said, okay. So we waited it out. Now it's gone. So I saved myself probably $1,000. I saved myself a freaking band. Moms are always right, apparently. I need to have it over here because, yes. So yeah, she's doing great. So thanks for everybody that was a little worried about her. By everybody, I mean people that I told about, and they were like, oh no, hope she gets better. So thanks. Some Astrid dating situation update. Still single. And will be. Just make this real clear right now. Astrid will be. Why am I saying Astrid like I'm like in third person? Like, that's weird. My dating situation is non-existent right now. I'm literally just hanging out with besties, going to the gym with besties, working with besties. It's all just besties, girl. There's no men that I'm like, I want to take this further, like, it's non-existent. We'll be single for a pretty long time. I say years. Because with my schedule, I mean, I literally missed last week because I was talking to a boy, and then I, like, got sidetracked and, like, was like, hold up, sis. Reel it back. Remember why you broke it off with the other one. And so I put myself in check this time, and I'm not talking to him anymore. So I say I'm doing pretty good with keeping my distance from men. Except these two, because, obviously, they're the most handsome men in my life right now. They're the ones giving me the most attention. Like, they won't leave me alone. They want me so bad. Tomorrow, or I guess today, I'm getting my braces off. I'm finally not gonna be the girl from Finding Nemo who's like, I'm a piranha. They live in the Amazon. With my freaking bands. No, but seriously, I'm like low-key kind of sad about it, because my braces do give me a little bit of a lift in my lips, and once they're gone, my lips are gonna go down a little bit. So I'm kind of sad I'm not gonna have any lips anymore. But there's always lip injections and a lip flip and cosmetic surgery. So we can always do that. I hurt my knee. Dude, there's this dog outside. There's two dogs. They're little white dogs, little crusty white dogs that just run up and down the street every single day since I've lived here. And we don't know if they have owners, if they're strays. How are they still here? Who's feeding them? Because they're clearly getting treated right around here, because they've been here for months, maybe 2 years, and we don't know where they come from. or who their owner was or anything. So, but they just kind of like yell at cars driving by. Like I was literally pulling out to go to work, and then they started like chasing my car. I was like, girl, you're gonna get run over. I'm surprised they haven't gotten run over yet, because they are out there at like 3 in the morning yelling at cars go by. It's crazy. So if you hear them, ignore them. Yeah, I hurt my knee. I don't know if you can see, but I have 2 little red lines right here. They used to be really bad. They're healing now. But I got this at a pool party. My bestie Emily from work made a little pool party, and some of us went, and it was really fun. And I, on accident, scratched the fuck out of this guy's shoulder that I was not playing with, but like kind of messing with in the pool. And then bro just sends me a picture of it later, and it's like, some battle wounds you left on me. I said, oops, sorry girl, sorry. Work bestie. Oh my god, that whole situation. There's a whole situation at work with someone liking someone, the other person not liking them back, and then it's a good story. As soon as I leave Lowe's, I'm telling you all the fucking tea. How I got someone fired. I'm about to get maybe someone fired because they're creepy, and everybody like has bad experiences with them, and she's really creepy. Like, and how this guy that started working there a little bit after I got someone fired came up to me and was like, if I ever say a joke, like, I don't mean it. And I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna get you fired. Like, are people like scared that I'm gonna get them fired? No, like, you have to get to a certain like harassment point to be reported to that extent. So I have quite a bit of stories from there, and it's gonna be a really long episode, maybe a 2-parter, because these stories, I need to keep writing them down, because girl, the drama is drama-ing. But yeah, so that was fun. I ate a pickle that was really strong, and it was really disgusting, and I almost threw up in the pool. And someone asked me how to make a Jack and Coke, Jack Daniels and Coke. I went inside and I asked my friend Emily's mom, like, what's a Jack and Coke? Can you make one? Someone out there asked me for one. And then she was like, oh yeah, sweetie, you're good. She's like, are you like not allowed to drink? And I was like, no, I'm 19. And she was like, oh, you're good. And then the person that asked me came in and was like, I'm so sorry, I like forgot that you were like not drinking age, and you probably don't know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. They're like, sorry. I was like, you're good. But it was funny, and I had a great time. But after that party, I got someone's number, and then I got a new gym buddy who's very strong, and I'm terrified to work out with because they're making fun of me the whole time. And I'm very jealous of their body. So I guess that's a form of motivation, in a sense. But other than that, things have been pretty okay. Although I did get my father to get a gym membership at my gym, which is now terrifying because I do wear pretty cheeky shorts to the gym. It's just shorts with like a scrunch in the back, and it's very let's say my father would be mad that I wear those, but I always wear pajamas over them. So now I'm gonna have to figure out what to wear to the gym, because bro might just go in when I'm there, and I'm just gonna have to improvise or something. But I like to see myself in the mirror and be able to see all of my muscles, right? not covered or anything. So I like to wear my sports bras and booty shorts. So now I can't do that. And he wants me to play racquetball with him, like indoor racquetball. It's really interesting on how to play that because you normally know tennis and pickleball, but you never really, no one ever talks about like racquetball. It's really interesting and it gives you a good workout. That's the only reason he like joined it, because they only have racquetball courts at one location that's a little bit further from here, but not the one that I usually go to. So, and I usually go in the morning and he's working, so it's like I'll go with him maybe one day. But yeah, I'm low-key like a little stressed about school right now, just because I don't have my classes scheduled, and school's gonna start in a week or two, and I'm supposed to like have made my schedule, got my classes, and paid for them. I have the money, but my dad wants to pay for it, so I don't have to worry about it. But I haven't made my schedule, which means it's going to be really hard for me to do it now because seats are getting taken up, because, different teachers, different times of the class, and more specifically, people are taking them up because it's what's required for their film certificate, which I'm in to get. So all my film classes are getting taken up, and I'm just going to be like, well, now I guess I can't take film this semester, which is going to be literally a waste of my time if I even go to make my schedule. So hopefully tomorrow I can go after getting my braces out and go talk to this advisor. Her name's like Samantha something. And hopefully I can contact the head of the film program to let me in one class or two that I need. But yeah, I'm kind of a little stressed out about that a little bit. And yeah. Speaking of my braces again, I'm sad about it because my lips are gonna be gone, but I'm excited to not be like in pain when I take my bands off. And the most exciting part about it is I can finally take digitals with no braces, because digitals for modeling, people are not gonna hire you with braces unless you are literally a kid, like a early teens, like toddler kind of, for kid campaigns or kid clothes or kid whatevers, right? You never see models in their 20s, 30s, 40s and up with braces. You just don't see it, and it's not the industry standard for 20-year-olds to have braces, so they're not going to take you in. I took my digitals for modeling and I never got anything because I had a picture of me with braces on there, and nobody wants it. So I'm really excited to take my digitals again with no braces and submit it to modeling agencies, acting agencies, talent agencies, like everything, right? So I'm excited about that, and my teeth are not gonna hurt, and I'm gonna wear retainers, which is gonna be sucky, but we're gonna look good. So I'm not super sad about it. I got Pod a little tag with his name on it finally, and it has like my phone number in the back, but I can't find his collar because I let him outside in my backyard, and I'm always scared that he's gonna like jump the fence, something scares him, he's gonna like climb over the fence into like someone's yard or something, and he's not gonna have a tag, so they're literally just gonna take him to a shelter. So I was like, he needs a tag. $10, PetSmart, awesome, perfect. Put a name on the one side, put the my number on the other side, because I didn't want to put address, just because what if I move in the next couple years, or whatever, which I could change my number, but I doubt it. But yeah, if I need to get a new phone number, I'll just change it. But address thing, I'll probably gonna be moving in the next couple of years, so I didn't want to risk it. And speaking of pod going outside, the other day, like 2 days ago, we have too many cars at my house. We have 5. So there's 2 in the garage, 2 outside of the garage, and then my dad's truck, like, across both of the outside cars. My car is a Kia Soul, which gets stolen. Kias get stolen a lot. Like, they tried to steal mine, but they didn't crank the thing enough, and so they got scared, and then they left, which thankfully was not that big of a damage on my car, so we could fix it real quick. My dad literally just put the thing back on and then did a little something with the light, and then it was fine. But we had to get the window fixed because they literally shattered it. So we can't leave my car outside, so I have to put it in the garage. Well, my mom usually has to move her car that's in front of mine and then let me in, and then she moves her car, close the garage, we're good. Well, the other day I do the same thing. I go in the garage, I lock it, she comes in, and then I see, as soon as I walk in, I see Pod just casually eating a grasshopper. But not eating it, he's playing with it. He grabs it, he takes it somewhere, leaves it, sits there, and just watches him, like, hop around. And then he grabs it, brings it back, watches it hop around. And I'm like, where did this come from? Did you find it? And she was like, oh no, my mother left Pod outside for an hour. And as soon as she was going to come get me, she heard Pod scratching at the door. So she, like, tried to let him in. But as he was running up to the door, he dropped his cricket. And then he, like, went up to the door, looked up at my mom, and then looked at the cricket. Basically, like, asking for permission to go grab it before he went inside. And she was like, go get it. And then he went to go get it. He brought it back. And then he, like, started playing with it. I thought it was like the cutest little Pod moment ever. He loves his crickets. He literally just finds them, grabs them, watches them crawl, and then Salem comes around and she's hungry hippo, and she just eats it for him because he will not eat them. I love Pod. He's literally my son. He's my son. I have a new work bestie, and I know you're watching. The last podcast I didn't talk about it, but it's not even a big thing. Like, I just got a new bestie that I talk to for hours at work, and it makes time go so fast. Thanks, Hunter. I'll link his Twitch down in the description so y'all can go watch him because he's really funny, and he played Dress and Press, and I put him on, and I just really love the way he says toilets because he works with me, and he works with toilets, but that man is southern. His name's Hunter, and he says toilets, and it's really funny. So shout out Hunter. I was chasing a squirrel the other day because it literally was, like, crossing the sidewalk. I go up to it and then, like, starts to climb a tree, but he goes, like, behind the tree. So I, like, chase him around, and I ended up chasing him around for 3 minutes. He was literally just, like, climbing the tree, but, like, just in one spot, like, over and over and over and over and over. It was really funny. I took a video. Breaking news! My sister got engaged. Yes! My grown-ass, my grown-up sisterina, Chanel, got engaged to her Turkish mans. And I'm so happy for them. They live together, and it's so cute. And I strive to be engaged and moved in with a man like that one day, because that just sounds so freaking fun. And they're gonna come visit us in a couple days. I'm so excited. They're a match made in heaven. let's get to the what's it called? The meet and greet. The meet and I don't know what it's called. The meat and gravy of the something. Let's get to the nitty gritty, okay? Gritty, the nitty gritty, bro. What the frick? Let's get to the nitty gritty. House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon is over. House of the Dragon is over. Loved and hated the ending of the season. If you didn't know, House of the Dragon is a two season show that won't be coming out with the third season in 2 years from now. Okay? So, we just got the ending for season 2, which means now it's a waiting game again. It was a waiting game for, I forget the name of the book, but the 6th book to the Game of Thrones book series. It's like the wait for the second Avatar movie. I hate living in this time. I wish I was 20 years from now watching the entire thing, because it's supposed to be 5 seasons long, House of the Dragon. I've heard. I'm not sure, but someone confirmed that it was 4 or 5 seasons. I don't know. But I'm really sad because they built up this, it's called the Dance of the Dragons. It's like the big war between Team Green and Team Black. Like, they both have dragons on both sides. There's a big thing coming, but they just left us hanging for the season finale. They got new dragon riders. It was really cool. I won't go into detail because I will literally be here for 3 hours, but oh my god, I can't even remember what happened in the episode. I just remember the ending because I was on the edge of my seat, please give me a little bit of a fight and then leave us hanging. No, we didn't get any of it. We just got the epic, everybody getting ready for the battle, but we didn't get the actual battle, which made me so sad. But it's okay because they built it up so well that I'm so excited. I've never watched I think I talked about this in my last episode, but I've never been waiting for the next episode of a TV show, ever. I wasn't there for Game of Thrones when it was coming out. I wasn't there for Dexter or Criminal Minds or anything like that. I was just watched all of Game of Thrones because it was out. I watched all of Orange Is the New Black because it was out. I've never waited like this. So now I understand the mental struggle that is a fan waiting for the next season. It really sucks. And waiting every week sucked. So now I have to wait 2 years? Are you serious? I'm so fucking sad, bro. But I already know the spoilers for the ending of the war. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear it, but Rhaenyra's gonna fucking die. Daemon's gonna die in the God's Eye, which is gonna be Harrenhal, and he's gonna stab Aemond Targaryen in the eye, in his good eye. Aegon is gonna die by poison from his own man, even though he just escaped King's Landing. He will die because it's in the books, and there's no way you're not gonna go buy the books death-wise, unless, Game of Thrones, it wasn't finished. But I don't believe that the producers would change it that drastically. if they wanted to. Rhaenyra is gonna be queen, but then she's gonna get killed. Well, actually, okay, that's one thing that I'm like confused about, because in the books, she is supposed to die by Aegon riding Sunfire, like his dragon. But a couple, like 2 episodes ago, when Meleys and that Princess Rhaenys, how they died, they killed Sunfire. So now it's like, well, then who's gonna kill Rhaenyra? Because she has to die. In 4 or 5 seasons, she has to die. Like, there's no good ending. Like, her lineage is gonna be from, like, her, like, son, and then his son before, like, after him, and then, like, that's how it's gonna go all the way to Daenerys Targaryen, which was in the vision that Daemon just had on the last episode. He just had the vision. He saw Daenerys. He saw the 3 baby dragons come out. Like, it was a whole... Oh my god, I was screaming in that part, because I'm like, that's Daenerys. She's the prince I was promised. But then we got... Shit. We didn't even get Daenerys as, like, the queen in the thing. Spoilers. Sorry. Spoilers for Game of Thrones. If you have not watched Game of Thrones, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, you... Please. Everybody needs to watch Game of Thrones. And then watch House of the Dragon, because it's so good. Last couple seasons of Game of Thrones were kind of booty, but there was a good stuff in there, okay? I'm getting heated because the fact that people don't know this, like, entire, like, universe is really sad to me. Like, I mean, clearly, I'm, like, a freaking geek about it. Even though it takes me a little longer to understand what's going on, I'm still in tune with what's, you know, I'm catching up. I'm gonna read the books, okay? Notice how I haven't touched my actual... Oh, you can't see it, but I have a whole other coffee... Ow! I said ow, it's cold. Cold water dripped down on me. For some reason, this one tastes better. I think it's just the goblet. I'm gonna start yapping because this is gonna go on for like 2 hours, but if you haven't watched Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, please do, because there's nothing better in my opinion. I like fantasy and medieval times, so if you don't, sorry, but this is me, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. And here I go. Head ass. Type shit. But yeah, really sad about House of the Dragon being over. Very epic ending. I love the score for it, too. I was very, like... I felt like I could literally go out and fight White Walkers that night. I was ready. I was about to get suited up on my medieval armor. I was watching a whole, like, YouTube video, like, 20-minute YouTube video on, like, how different types of armor, like, could or could not defend against some other different types of weapons. Like, chainmail would be, like, good for, like, swords, but then you got an arrow and you go, like, you die. It's crazy. And of course, I was watching Brittany Broski's podcast episode on Our Dragons Are Real, and, like, her whole, like, deep dive into, like, Wikipedia's dragon lore type discoveries. It was... she's so fucking funny. I love her. And dragons were real, because this is my... Okay. Brittany Broski... If she ever watches this, which she probably won't. She's too famous and too rich. But from Southern girl to Southern girl, hey, Mexican in Texas. I think I could call myself Southern. From Southern girl to Southern girl, Texan to Texan, here's what you missed out on. This information that I didn't come up with it, I heard it. from someone, which is probably stupid. Anyway, here's my theory, or someone else's theory that I took about dragons. You know chickens, right? If a chicken became a fossil, there would be no wing bones. Because why? A bone of a wing would be so thin that over time it would decompose with the flesh and with the veins and then everything else, right? So if the bones are so thin, they would disintegrate. But just the wings, right? So if you take a T-Rex, you put wings on it, you can get yourself a fucking dragon, broski. You got yourself a fucking dragon. Now, yes, it is on a giant scale to a chicken, right? But, I mean, those had to be alive, what, like 1,000,000 years ago? Like when Earth was just forming? Like, think about it. Like, that is a very possible explanation for dragons. Now, I will agree, the part about dragons being a thing in the history of so many different cultures around the world, literally, how could you say they're not real? How could you? There's like ruins with like a dragon painted on this, like a cave. How did they come up with that? You could say, oh, well, they were just thinking of the worst thing that could like ever like come to this land, like a winged freaking lizard that blows freaking fire from its mouth and has giant teeth and claws and it's gonna come get you at any time. It's giant. Yeah, could also be true. But why is it the same like characteristics everywhere? Some other part of the world could be like, yeah, but it has like feathers on it. No. Everybody says they're scales. They have wings. They have a giant tail. They're ginormous. They have teeth, like giant, like pointed teeth. They're like giant lizards. Why are they all the same? Explain that to me. Why are they all the same? Why are they there then? I need to pull that clip up. I don't know how to spell Nicki Minaj. No, I spelled it right.
On there it says, please do not touch the gumballs. Why are they there then?
It says, man, please do not touch the gumballs. Why are they there then? I love Nicki Minaj. But with that being said, dragons are real. And they're just T-Rexes, but their wings just disintegrated over time in the ground. Now, don't ask me to back that up, because it's just a theory, and it makes sense in my brain. To others, it might seem stupid, but it's not stupid to me. I think that's all I got for you, Chief. I'm gonna go ahead and take a very close look at my mouth and appreciate what my braces have done for me over these, I'd say 4 years. I had them for 4 years. That's less than a lot of people. I know a lot of people that have had them for like maybe 15 years. My uncle in Mexico, he still has them, and he's like 54. His wife with him still has them on. Why? Because braces in Mexico fucking suck, bro. I had braces from Mexico 2 years. It kind of did something, but I only had to get them change the bands like maybe every 3 months because I couldn't go that way. Like I couldn't go over that much. So my mom decided to give me some here. Girl, my teeth got straight in like 2 months. Like, we could have been doing this. I could have had these off like 2 years ago because they weren't even bad. Insert pictures here. But Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. You, two people watching. But, yes. Oh my god, go watch Pen 15. It's such a good show. It's so funny. It's about two middle school girl best friends, and they go through like their like trials and tribulations with like middle school and like boys and like finding themselves sexually. But they're played by 35-year-olds, maybe older, but they're so funny. Go watch Pen 15. It spells out penis if you didn't catch that. I didn't catch that for the first 3 episodes that I watched it. I told someone and they were like, yeah, idiot, it means penis. I was like, I didn't know that. My bad. But yeah, go watch Pen 15. I love y'all. Bye. I'm gonna go pet pod, and put him in the frying pan. Say bye to my braces.